Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Redacted Nerd Edit in H3VR again. Um, Today I decided to just go and do something that's not everyone's gonna agree with me on, but it's gonna be my personal top 10 favorite rifles and pistols. These are my real life opinions, not through the game. I'm just showing you through the game because I do not have all of these in real life, of course, because that would be very expensive. So, starting off with the rifles. These are not in a specific order yet. Where the hell did all the magazines go? That is an issue. Did not foresee that. Huh. Anyways, we're going to start at number 10. So, my number 10 pick on this whole table is going to be the FAL. Now, I apologize, I'm going to have to go back and grab the magazines for each and every one of these, because the game decided to despawn them, which is very annoying. So, the FAL, it's chambered in 308 or 762 by 51, whatever you prefer. It has been... My first experience with it in video games was in Call of Duty Black Ops, in that, was it Black? It was Black Ops 2, I believe, when you rescue, Woods from that container. Awesome mission. That's why this gun made the list, otherwise it wouldn't have. There we go. Oh, let me see if I can... Yeah! So from what I've heard about these IRL is that they are heavy. Of course, this is a video game, so I'm just holding two little controllers. Standard magazine is 20 rounds. Their fire selector is a little funky right there, but you know, it is what it is. All in all, not a horrible gun. It does not have any rails on it though, so that is a slight issue when talking about that. Alright. Number 9, well, it's going to have to be the little honey badger here. So if we just go back and grab ourselves that little magazine. So the honey badger is a 300 blackout. Internally suppressed. Little... I guess you could call it an AR. I mean, it's got a little collapsible stock right here too, which is pretty neat. Little 20 round magazine right there. Same controls as a normal M4 or AR platform. Has a little rail up top. And I'm sure you could mount one here because you can mount rails through these little slits when it comes to actual weapons. But yeah, all the same controls as an AR. Pretty nice. Personally, just a little cool little thing. I like it quite a bit. Oh yeah, shoot, the backstory on that. Call of Duty. Alright, next up is going to be the M110. Now, this is not the typical AR. I'm literally just going to have to spawn one in just for the magazine, but it still has the normal AR controls and all that fun stuff. It only has safe and fire. Then if you click it again, I believe that's full auto, but that's not completely true to life. Either way, just a fun little DMR. It's in 308. Yeah. Same controls as a normal AR. 20 round magazine. Yeah. Has all kinds of rails on it, so you can do whatever the heck you want with it. I mean, if you want to, you can use it for close quarters. Wouldn't recommend it, but you know, to each his own. Next up is going to have to be the VSS Vinternez. The ASVAL, ASVAL, whatever you want to say, is also in the same spot. They are very similar. However, I don't want to say they are the same in order to not piss off any AK enthusiasts. But internally suppressed, 9x39. 20-round magazine. I got onto this thing just because I really do like Russian weaponry. I think it's really interesting. Like, look at this. It looks like it's a freaking space gun, okay? Just, like, come on. You know, it's a space gun. It's a space gat. Alright, anyways. Next up, 6th place is going to be the, the M40. I promise I'm not this stupid in real life. Well, I take that back. Anyways. So the M40 is has an internal magazine. Feed it through the top just like so. It's also a .308 caliber rifle, bolt action. And this is the standard rifle of choice for a lot of the military branches for the US, I believe. Where's that little target at? Safety was on. So, when I found myself liking snipers, I kind of found my way to this weapon. And, well, packs a punch, and I use this sucker in Onward quite a bit, so it's definitely a really fun gun to use. Where are ya? Little shit. Ah. Looks like we got one more. Alright. So, up next, 5th place, is going to be, I know it's painful, but this has to stop somewhere, okay? The Barrett M107 as well as the Barrett M82. They're in 50 BMG, massive freaking guns. You could use these to shoot through pretty much anything that you would need to shoot through. Like most types of armor would not stop this unless it was like a vehicle. Yeah. Heavy vehicle would stop this for sure, but like personal body armor would not do anything. Even if it stopped the projectile itself, the sheer force of this thing hitting you, it would kill you. So, obviously the reason I like this is because it's like the original semi-auto 50 cal. It's awesome. And I love it. Anyways, next up on the list, 4th place, is going to be the Mosin Nagant. Now the reason this is... Listen here, you little shit. Ah! That was weird. Anyways, I guess the safety locks the bolts. Did not know about that. Mosin Nagant, obviously, it's a World War II bolt action. Soviet weaponry, which I love to look at. Please don't call me a communist. I'm not, I promise. I'm just a huge fan, especially the story. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. Simo Heha. However you pronounce his last name, no offense. His story is really cool. He used bare iron sights to kill over 500 Soviet soldiers in the Winter War. It was awesome. And the reason he used bare iron sights was because he saw his enemy using a scope, and the glint gave his enemy away, which means that could very well happen to him as well, which is why he ditched the scope for iron sights. It's very impressive how he did that. Alright, my number 3 place. This is where it starts getting hard. These are very close to each other, so don't think that one's really better than the other. They each have their ups and downs. So, number 3, I'm going to go with the AKM. Now, the reason being I went with the AKM is because there's just not enough about it to make it beat these two. Like, I love this platform, but the original AKM, it just doesn't have any rails on it. You know, it's not very modular. You know, I know there are versions out there that are, but even then there's no quick releases or bolt hold opens. The bare iron sights are amazing though, but just the platform itself, you know, the way you have to take the mag out, you know, it's not the fastest. It's just, it doesn't have quite enough to beat out the other two. But I still love using this thing in like Call of Duty, or like if I'm just messing around in Onward or Pavlov. Kind of jammed up on me there, didn't it? So, obviously, I mean, no one doesn't know what the AKM is, or the AK-47. So actually the difference between AKM and AK-47, the AK-47 was the earlier version of the AKM. So like any modern day AK-47 is actually an AKM. The reason being is an AKM has a stamped receiver, just like the original Type 1 AK-47. Then they switched to milled receivers, which was heavier and more expensive. And they did that up until they switched back to the AKM. I can't remember if there's like Type 2, Type 3 AKs. I don't know if there was for a Type 4. That was weird. Anyways. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little gun though. Definitely got a good story behind it. I'm still recording, right? Alright, absolutely. Anyways. Now between these two, it's super hard. But number 2 is going to the M16. Now you might be asking, why is there not an M4? Well, listen guys, the M4 is really basic, okay? There's a lot of cooler stuff out there. I am gonna get crucified by anyone who actually watches this video to this point. Just to satisfy anyone, the M4 and the AKM would be on the same level. And the reason I picked the M16, specifically the M16A4, not the A1, the A1 just doesn't cut it. The M16A4, however, the reason I like it more is, at least with my experience with it, which is only in video games, it's just my playstyle is usually based on accuracy and shooting long range. Because keep in mind, I play Onward and Pavlov more than anything else. So I like to hang back and snipe people far away. Like if this was an Onward match right now, I'd go up on that hilltop and use something with a 12 times scope or something along those lines. And it works. It's a good strategy. So yeah, obviously AR style controls, rails. It doesn't have an adjustable stock, but I kind of do like this stock. It's just, I don't know. There's something about this kind of fixed, big, giant buttstock that I love. But yeah, last but not least, by far, is the Mark 17, aka the Scar H. Now the reason I did not pick the Scar L over it, or the Scar Light, the Mark 16, whatever the heck you want to call it, 308 caliber ARs, I love them. Now actually my first airsoft gun that I bought with my own money is this thing right here. I have this exact same model. I even have a ACOG type scope on it. Like this is the exact same setup I have. I keep my thing at a 2. This is actually an adjustable cheek pad. That's what that button's for. It has a folding stock, so if you ever wondered what this little hook is, that's what that is. The charging handle you can put on either side. You have to take the whole gun apart, but it's still pretty cool. Anyways, let's get to shooting it. So, 20 round magazine, 308. Very similar controls to an AR despite being a different platform. So, the heck? Whatever. Bolt release in the same spot. I can actually hit it with my VR hand like that. That's cool. That's cool. I didn't actually know that. You have mag release on both sides. Safety is in the same spot. It's a little different, but pretty similar at the same time. All around, just a awesome gun. And that's why it is my first place AR. Yeet. Now, damn it! I just deleted all the pistol magazines. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. Alright, well. Number 1, out of all these pistols, going to be a Glock. Now, the reason I like Glocks, specifically the Glock 17, well, not specifically, I like all Glocks almost the same. This just happens to be a Glock 17, in 9mm. Personally, I am a 45 kind of guy, but, you know, I don't have any complaints. It's a sexy gun. The iron sights stick out like crazy. Just a amazing gun. There's not really much that goes wrong with it, you know. It's pretty cool. There's a reason everyone uses it. Next up on the list, I bet no one saw this coming. It's going to be the TT-33 Tokarev. Now, hear me out before you start calling me a communist. The reason I like this so much, number 1, the caliber 7.62x25. That is basically a little really angry pistol round. Of course, I really do like Soviet weaponry, and this one, it just looks so weird that I like it. Now, of course, ammo capacity isn't the greatest, but, I mean, come on. Like, this thing's cool. Yeet. Alright, next up on the list. It's actually, to probably someone's surprise, it's going to be the Colt Python. It's a 357 Magnum revolver. While it only has 6 shots, this is more than enough to stop a bear if you need to. I swear I'm going to commit a war crime if I hit that one more time. Rick from The Walking Dead got me into revolvers. Now I know The Walking Dead isn't the best anymore, but the first 4 seasons were fire, okay? Don't even get me wrong. But then it turned from zombies to love, and then I threw open my mouth. So, up next, is the Luger. Now, the reason I like the Luger, World War II German weaponry, while I did not agree with their ideals, I did agree with their weapons. Oh, that's gonna come back to bite me now that I've said that. I just thought about that. Either way. Like, come on, it's over-engineered to the point where it's awesome. Succeeding to miss every single shot. It's just so weird that you have to like it. Well, you don't have to like it, but it's so weird that you just like it. But, that's enough of that. Ugh. Next up, the 1911. Oh shoot, I've been going down instead of up. Whatever. Well, now you know. I'm going from like first place to 10th place. Technically 11th, but 2 of them are on the same scale or same spot. 1911. It's one of the first true semi-automatic handguns. It's what everyone thinks of. It's almost a crime not to put this on the list. It's 45 ACP and all, you know. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. Up next, the Desert Eagle. I freaking love this thing. And in fact, what's cool is on the real life versions, if you help me try and lock the slide back. Oh god, whatever. That front piece that doesn't move, this piece, you can take that off and put a new one on. And basically you get different calibers. So you can get 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum, or in this case, 50 Action Express. Which is, well, pew. I love it. And like, just the weirdness of this, the way it opens like this. It's awesome. Alright, next up, the Makarov. Don't call me a Russian, please. I'm not. Anyways. If you're still watching, then it's probably time to go to bed because I have no clue why you'd still be watching. It's probably 3 a.m. and you have school tomorrow, but you really don't want to go to sleep, so you're watching random crap in the pits of YouTube. Well, this is it. Anyways, while you're still half asleep and not thinking entirely, go ahead and subscribe. I don't know how the hell I have any subscribers, or why people have subscribed to my channel, because I make really long, boring, unedited videos. For my entertainment mostly. Either way. The Makarov, really cool. Basic takedown, can't show it in the game, but you basically just pull this, it's easy. The cool thing is, this hammer right here, hold on, let me see if it, Does the game have this feature? Yeah, it does. Alright. So when safety is on... Oh god, this thing has full auto, doesn't it? Everything in this game's full auto. The safety is a decocker, which is beautiful. Hold on, I have to. I have to see. Oh my god, what is this crap? Okay, I can guarantee you in real life a Makarov would not be full auto like this. I highly doubt anything like that has been made or existed. It's probably just some random mod I have installed. Anyways, next up on the same level actually, we have the Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. It's a big, giant 5-shot revolver. Largest, I believe the largest production handgun out there right now. I know there's a 4570 revolver, which is giant. It's a wrist breaker. But, I like the 500 Magnum basically because of Demolition Ranch. That's all I used to watch as a kid. That's actually half the stuff I do watch still, so... Matt, if you ever see this video, thank you for making my childhood awesome. What am I talking about? I'm 16, I'm still practically a child. There we go. Alright, anyways. Colt Single Action Army, cowboy gun. We all know it, we all love it. God, the sights are horrible though. And yeah, you can fan the hammer. It's awesome. I love it. Yeah. Now, these are my last two. In 9th place, we have the SIG P20. Now, the reason it's so far back as opposed to everything else is simply just because, or the SIG P226. I'm stupid. I'm tired. Anyways, it is a 9mm handgun. The reason it's so low on the list is why I love SIG. Keep in mind, this is my top 10. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of different handgun designs out there, including revolvers. So these are really good if they're on this list, okay? So don't feel bad if you happen to own one of these that's towards the bottom of a list, because one, I'm some 16-year-old idiot in my basement making a freaking YouTube video no one's ever gonna see, and two, this is a top 10 list, not, you know, top of the batch here, then the last 5 would be the lowest of the batch. I'll show you the lowest of the batch. So the reason this was 9th place, just because, you know, it's a cool handgun. I like it. And I've actually held and seen one of these before. I didn't get to shoot it yet. I will get to in the future, though. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing that super sticks out besides the fact it's a SIG, and SIG makes some pretty sick guns. Alright, last but most definitely not least, well, technically the least out of this list, is the Beretta M9. So, it's almost like a miniature Desert Eagle, like you see the way the slide kicks back and all? That's almost what it looks like on the slide at least. So the reason this is on the list, it's just an average handgun, right? But there's so much history behind it. The fact that it's in so many movies and the military has used it and just all that. that's how it made this list. It's awesome, and I love it. It's so cool. So you can tell this is a mod because full auto on a pistol would not look like that. The hammer would not, you know. I'm sure you guys are smart enough. Alright, so I've wasted your time, so I may as well show you the worst of the worst on all of these. To where, if it's on this list, you should just feel bad if you own one, okay? Number 1 is the Zip 22. Now, for the this is the pistol that sucks the worst. The reason being, 1, it takes 10/22 magazines. Okay, this is not what you would normally use with it, that's just what's in the game, okay? So, not a big deal, right? Then you have to reach your hand next to or partially in front of the barrel to cock it. And you know what sucks? Is unlike in this game, in real life it does not have an extractor, so you have to kind of shoot it like this so it falls out. It's just an awkward gun. Hold on, I just got an idea. Alright, time to make some art here. That works. If you know, you know. Anyways. I think if this was a higher caliber, like 9mm, I think the blowback might actually make it function, but at the same time, I really don't know. I'm just gonna save you guys that. Anyways, what's funny is in the instruction manual, or in the manual for this gun, the manufacturers actually said you could strap this to the underside, like the put it on the underside like an underbarrel grenade launcher, to like an M4, and then the text literally said, "I kid you not. Hey, want to test out that thing in the street at night? Now you can use this instead of a real round." So like they're implying 22 is not deadly. 22 is one of the smallest calibers out there, but that doesn't mean it will not mess someone's day up. It is still lethal, it is still extremely dangerous if misused. That's why it's very important to review firearm safety rules each and every time you go to pick up a gun, whether or not it's loaded. Kind of went off there a little bit, but you know, it's important that people know this stuff. It's just important that people know it. Alright, so the worst of the worst rifle. Now I'm not gonna go after something like these, or like a lever action just because they're slow. I'm going off something that was like modern time frame, you know, attempting to be something that just it can't be. I gotta find it. I'm thinking of something. Just give me like 30 seconds, guys. Just like skip ahead in the video like 30 seconds. I promise I'm not this stupid in real life. I take that back. Yes, I am. Shoot, what was I thinking of? You know what? Screw it. I know what I'm thinking of. So hear me out for a second. The worst of the worst rifle out there. It is a type of AK, but it's not a normal AK. The worst of the worst would be a AK with a cast trunnion. Now what a trunnion is, it's basically what holds the gun together and it needs to be able to take the force of an explosion. Now you either have forged or cast trunnions. Forged trunnions are forged into shape, they are strong, they are built different. Cast trunnions are poured into a cast with molten metal, and they kind of have like little bubbles in them. They're very weak. So when you're talking about handling the explosion, they'll last for a little bit, but after a while, they will blow up on you. It will not be fun. And if hopefully you'll be lucky enough to not get hit by any of the shrapnel, but well, you might get hit by something. So, cast trunnion AKs are horrible. Now, if you pair that with a milled receiver, now you're heavy and expensive. So, then you go to Pakistan and see what abominations they can create over there. I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but seriously. You take like old Soviet firearms and stuff, they get their hands on them and they chop them up and try and make them all tactical. I've seen pictures online, you know, of PPSH 41s just being completely butchered into like mock-up M4s to look like M4s, but they're actually PPSHs. Do the same thing with AKs. It's sad, because they do kind of mess up some really nice firearms over there, but you know, it's their stuff. They do whatever they want with them, you know. So that would definitely be something I would not be willing to shoot if I knew it was that. Especially if I knew it was like chopped up and put back together. But in all seriousness though, we're gonna be realistic. The VC-58s are basically copycat AKs, okay? They're copycat AKs. Everyone says, oh, they're just as good. Brandon Herrera joke if you know it. Just like, look, the round goes straight up in the air after you fire it and eject it. It's disgusting. And look at the safety on this. That is just wrong. It's like on the wrong side and all. It's disgusting. These mags aren't even interchangeable with AK mags. So you can't use this in an AK. You can't use an AK mag in this. They're wrong. I don't like them. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's video somehow, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy today's video, leave a like and subscribe, please. I'm desperate. Once I actually get somewhat of a following, I might actually put effort into these videos. I mean, I do put effort into them, but I'm also just... I don't even know how to edit. I'll learn how to edit once I pass 100 subs. How about that? That's a deal. That is a deal. But yeah, this was in H3VR, Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, Hand Grenades. I have been recording for about 40 minutes. Holy crap. It's 10 o'clock and I have school tomorrow. That is unfortunate. Well, I am gonna go have fun watching YouTube and eating snacks. I hope you guys have an awesome day, morning, night, whenever you watch this. I love any support I can get. Let me rephrase that. I love anyone who gives me any kind of support, whether that be a couple seconds of watch time, or a like, maybe even a sub. I hope you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching if you stayed. Yeah. Have a good one, guys. I'm gonna go commit war crimes.